Say hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me from a lovely little palatial estate over there. Lovely views. You can hear the water. Everything sounds great over there. Big Ragoo 62. Big Ragoo, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing fine this Sunday morning. How about you, Jose? What's happening in Texas?
Not much. My body and soul got taken from me last night in the Houston game. I was there the very front row.
Oh,
I
wow.
saw the whole thing. It broke my soul and my spirit. I now owe like four people steaks after that game. And I took +4 and I took the money line, but I took the money line in friends and family and multiple other things. So that hurt me yesterday. That hurt me.
Oh,
But I had the baseball to save me. A nice little board sweep pitch yesterday.
man.
So I can't complain there. Up 3.5 units on the year again. And it was I think it was just August. August just not my month. September rolls around and we started picking our ship back together, and it's been really nice so far.
Yeah, ebbs and flows, my guy. Ebbs and flows. Just that's the way it rolls sometimes. But yeah, that's a tough one. That was a tough loss for your team at home yesterday. But hey, you'll pick it back up. Houston's a great team, so it's no slouch. They played a great game. Just kind of like the Utah Gator game. If you caught the end of that, that was a wild finish too. I was on the Gators, but my college day was pretty decent. I think I wound up going like something like 8-3 or 7-3 on the show, so that was good. And like I say, we'll see if we can pick some winners here today in the MLB card, which I've been putting up. To be honest with you, I haven't focused a ton on MLB, but I'm always able and ready to go. So let's get the job done today.
Beautiful. Let's get the job done. Say Hey Plays 145. Wow, we've gotten a fucking long way. Oh, hold on. I can't even hit the button right. Jesus.
Put the cue up, man.
All right. A little late, but we hit it. Say Hey Plays 145. Appreciate everyone watching in here. Rocco, my man. Mr. MDR, Damon Santori, Johnny Guns, thank you for the birthday wishes. Saturated, Bo Jackson, thank you as well. Mark Diaquila, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Jay Stone, Lance LaRose, Jay Peasy, it is my birthday. Yes, September 4th, not a big deal. Tell your
Oh,
friends.
wow. I
Yes.
didn't even know that, man. Happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Rigu.
You know what? I'm gonna buy you. I'm gonna return you the favor. You owe me a steak dinner. I just bought you a steak dinner back. How's that?
Look at that. Good guy, Big Rigu. I'm on my quarter life crisis now, Rigu. I'm 25.
Oh, 25 years old, huh?
Yeah, I'm 25, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Am I gonna have my quarter life crisis? Is everything gonna change now? Is puberty finally gonna hit for me? We'll find out here shortly, I guess. Let's start off with Toronto, Pittsburgh on our first slate here. And Raghu, the best part about I think having all these baseball games, football games, everything to bet on has made these shit games just so easy to pass on. We're not stretching and trying to reach for money here, which is nice. I don't have anything on this one. Blue Jays haven't been playing well. The offense hasn't been there. Pirates are just a bad team in general. I don't trust JT Brubaker. If I had to pick, I'd like Ross Stripling, but I'm passing at the end of the day here, Raghu. What about you?
Yeah, I pass on this one also. I know it could be a tricky spot for Toronto because I think they're looking to set up their pitching rotation going into Baltimore next week, and I think they get Gausman and I forget who's up. Then Manoa late, with the other two studs. But yeah, this is a pass play for me too. Also, just Toronto's been kind of they got hot now. They're like ebbs and flows like we talk about. Tampa Bay's making moves. Yankees are kind of fluttering around, so it's going to get sticky in the East here real shortly, and then whoever gets hot down the stretch, maybe three teams, maybe definitely two teams out of the East, but maybe three, depending on what happens with Toronto and Tampa Bay going forward. So I'll pass on this one. I'll wait for the next series to start.
Beautiful. Same here. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes, and thank you, Jay Peasy, for the $10 donut. What's up, Raghu? I still want my steak. Yeah, Jay Peasy's one of the people I owe a steak now, too, so that's lovely. Shout out to Jay Peasy, my man. Ron Crawford in here as well with a little spreadsheet play on Houston. Sky Dragon, aka little DG in here as well. Paul Trippy. Yeah, Paul Trippy thought your background was a green screen. Hell nah. Look at that. That's a beautiful background over there. Where are you? You in Jacksonville right now, Rigu?
No, Daytona Beach.
Daytona Beach. Not a bad spot to spend a day. Let's talk Rockies Reds doubleheader. Another 2 games that I just pass. Doubleheader. They just get these fucking games over with. I wish they still had the 7 inning doubleheaders for these games. This is supposed to happen yesterday. I passed on it yesterday. I'm going to pass on both games today here. Ragu, anything on these doubleheader games?
Yeah, maybe game one, a little action. We always knew that Colorado was pretty decent at hitting left-handed pitching, which they haven't been the same team this year against the lefties. But the last couple of weeks, they've been hitting lefties pretty decent. The last 8 games, I think their slugging percentage is a little down, but their OPS is like 850, something like that, and the batting average is like 270. So maybe I would look towards a not a run line situation, but maybe just like a team total for Toronto or for Colorado. If we get like a 4.5, I might look that way. You're muted.
Low team totals always seem to help. There we go. I'm not even a professional. Yeah. Even on my birthday, we'll fuck this up. Here we go. But yeah, I don't hate their low team totals there for sure. I tend to look that way always, even with the shitty team. Shout out to the Pittsburgh
Pirates. I mean, both of these teams are in their prospective parts. You always get runs, usually, it seems like. And especially, I think this matchup bodes well for Colorado to score some runs here.
Beautiful. Let's see if Herman Marquez can keep up his torrid pace on the road. Obviously, like we said, there's a game 2 of this doubleheader. Jose Urania versus Chase Anderson. Chase Anderson literally has a 27 ERA, and Jose Urania is not good at all. Maybe an over here, but the minus 110 made a whole lot of sense. It's hard to parse between these two guys. So another pass game for me. Here we go.
Yeah. Nothing for me on this spot. I'm not big on the doubleheaders looking at game 2. Usually what I used to do every now and then, I'd flip the team, going into the second game, depending on how the first game went. So if I kept the first game right, I'm usually off the second game. And if I'm wrong, I might jump back in with the other side on the second side of the doubleheader.
Yeah, zigzag theory is aplenty when these doubleheaders come. Rangers, Red Sox, next game on our slate here. Thank God the Red Sox didn't make Dallas Keuchel look good. That was a very scary moment in my life. I was like, is Dallas Keuchel really just going to give up only 1 earned run against the Red Sox? But he finally capitulated, thankfully. Now we've got Dane Dunning versus Josh Winkowski on the bump. And I do not trust Josh Winkowski at all. The offenses for both of these teams, surprisingly good. Last 3 weeks, Texas is third, 127 weighted runs created plus against righties, while Boston's fourth, right below them at 126. So right now, I'd be leaning towards an over in this game here. I'm going to look up prices right now. It's at minus 110, I believe. Yeah, minus 115 for the 9.5. Here we're good. What do you think about the over in this game in general?
Well, the way Texas is playing, 7-game losing streak, Boston's going for the sweep in this spot. Do they get it? Usually these 4-game runs, especially the way Texas is playing, a little resurgency with the bats both ways. I like your overlook here, but I think I like Boston to close it out the sweep today.
Wow, I'm surprised you would say that, Ragu, honestly. So I'm surprised, and I want to look, and of course the lineups are out, and thankfully I'm going to be very excited to watch this game. Tristan Casas makes his debut as well for the Red Sox. Rookie top prospect for the Royals, second best top prospect, I should say, behind Marcelo Meyer. But yeah, I'm excited to watch his debut. So I think that might be on and over here for this game.
Yeah.
I want to be invested in this game in some form or fashion.
I'll split it both ways. I'll take the over, and I'll take the Red Sox on the half a unit on both sides. Dunning's 0-2 with an 8.71 ERA, so I think that equates to runs, like you said. And the only thing that scares me, hopefully that Texas's bats will. I got to cheer for an over, and I hate cheering both ways in a game like this. But I think we'll see the runs, like you say, both ways, and I think Boston might squeeze a game out. Maybe a first 5 even look. I haven't gone to the window, but definitely I'll get on the over with you for sure.
All right, let's do it. Mr. Always Profit, by the way, joining us. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Mr. Always Profit. I appreciate you. You're asking about Dane Dunning's numbers against the Red Sox. Only 36 plate appearances, but a 364 average. Kike hits 500 off him, 2-4 for 2, 2 for 4, I should say. Xander 3 for 6. Verdugo 333, 2 for 6, two doubles. So it seems like it's a lot of hard hit balls here too. I would say JD Martinez 2 for 6 with a double there. So just a heads up there. They seem to be hitting them pretty hard. So we'll see how that goes for them on that first five or on that over. There, going to be a whole lot of fun. By the way, Ragu, you're Florida State. You're a Seminoles guy, right?
Yes, sir. Yep.
They play tonight.
Play tonight. Playing in Louisiana. Uh, Brian Kelly's first game there. Yeah, Florida State's defense. I like what I see. A little tune-up game against Duquesne last week. With 3 100-yard rushers. You could put a little stock in that if you will, but it was more of an execution type, tune-up type game. But they look good, even though it was Duquesne. I like what I've seen. Last year, a lot of games that they lost close early. Like they lost a 3-point overtime game to Kelly last year, which they could have won that, and that kind of set the tone for them going forward. But I think this is another game that's going to set the tone for the rest of the year for both of these teams. Right? I know LSU's a rebuild. FSU's, they're in their third year with Norvell. So I like what I see with FSU. I think we're going to get some chances to cash some tickets with them. So I'm on them tonight, plus the 3 and the money line.
All right, beautiful. I love that. I might jump on Florida State now today. Will be a lot of fun to watch that. Shout out to Red Girl. Thank you for her birthday wishes, Red Girl. Her birthday is next Sunday. That's Virgo season right there, Red Girl. Virgos for life. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Red Girl.
Let's talk Miami, Atlanta. A big line on this game, and it makes sense. Miami Marlins against lefties. Just horrid, just putrid. And Max Fried is the lefty to dominate them. I expect no runs for them in the first 5 innings, but I don't have the balls to bet a team total under for them. And everything just seems to be a little bit too juiced for me here, Ragu. So it ultimately leads me to passing. Maybe if you want to lay a little bit of juice there, you take a minus 120 run line, but ultimately that's not for me here. All juiced all around, but the Braves probably win this game.
Yeah, I'm not a juicy fruit type of guy, man. I'm a money line plus money guy. Just if I get plus runs and plus money with quality pitching, is what we have here with Lopez and the Marlins. And Marlins is always one of those teams, even though their numbers don't show, strong numbers against lefties. They sometimes they rise to the occasion. They're a pesky team in division. So I'm getting Lopez at a nice plus number here. I'm going to probably look at a first 5 with Lopez.
Love that. A little Pablo Lopez, my close personal friend, Pablo Lopez. Ragu. I'll say this against righties in the last 3 weeks. Atlanta has been kind of struggling. 14th right now, 180 runs created plus for even. So not a bad look there for sure. I don't hate the underdog spots. You know me, Ragu. You know me, especially with my close personal friend Pablo.
Yeah, Venezuelan brother. You got to love it.
Exactly. It's my one of my cousins out there. A's Orioles next up. Pass. Yesterday, the highest favorite the Orioles were since 2017, minus 220. Another super high line for the Orioles. They probably win this game, but I don't want to lay that juice. This is probably what the Orioles should be priced at, really. I mean, they've been playing so well, and they might sneak into the wild card too. I hope so. I'm going to be watching them I'm watching their games obviously with a lot of intention and a lot of interest, but I'm passing on this stance from a gambling standpoint. And there might be a lot of passes here today. It's Sundays, a little bit interesting travel day for these teams.
Yeah, exit games.
But yeah, we obviously don't want to force plays here. We don't try to bullshit you guys. So I'll keep passing on these games I don't have bets on. So last game for me here.
Yeah, about a month ago, right after the break, we figured that stuff, Orioles would start slowing down a bit. Their bullpen's always been good, and then they traded their closer away, and they traded their best offensive player away with Mancini. But we've got a lot of good looks here with Baltimore going, after the break, and they kept winning, and the markets have caught up to them, because of the style of ball they were playing, and now that's kind of leveled off, and they're pretty comfortable figuring out what they're going to do with the book. So it's us against the books, right? So we just got to make sure we get the right number to use when we get the spots for the Orioles. I like them at Camden usually, but today, maybe a little bit pricey for me. The A's maybe look. I'm afraid to get involved with a team total with Oakland anytime they get on the, because they could usually don't score a ton of runs. They're usually bottom tier team. But the only look I would have here is maybe Oakland, Baltimore on the run line possibly.
Beautiful. Yeah, I probably agree with you there as well. And they're the king of the run line, reverse and normal run line.
So. All the time. I mean, you got to hold your nose sometimes when you get like 180, which I don't do. But if you're going to do it, you got to do it as a system, and maybe start out the year maybe with like a half unit or a quarter unit play and just play it blindly the whole season. And at the end of the year, you're making money.
It's kind of how it is with the minus 300 fades as well. You got to have the balls to do it.
Right. Same thing.
Yep. Let's talk Detroit, Kansas City. Another easy pass game. I'm glad that MLB is just getting these shit games out of the way, I should say. Royals, Tigers, AL Central matchup that no one really wants to watch. Matt Manning obviously is a little bit interesting to me. I might lead towards the Tigers here, but I don't want my money on this game realistically. So pass here as well.
Yeah, this was a pass for me also when I started looking into this game. I couldn't find no value either way, so it's a pass.
Okay, beautiful. So let's move on to the game I think you're going to be interested in. Ragu, New York Yankees, Tampa Bay Rays here. And I was a little surprised to see the Tampa Bay Rays as underdogs. It's a bullpen day, so I guess, it makes sense. The heavy pinstripes for Frankie Montas. I'm leaning Tampa Bay here again, Ragu. The Yankees are just going to keep on losing, and why are we not betting them against them every day? It's been a funny thing to watch. It's full-on free fall at this point. And if they lose this game, boy, oh boy, is everyone going to start getting nervous. Only a 3-game lead on the Tampa Bay Rays if you lose this one. So I'm leaning a Rays here. I might take them, but I'm not sure yet here, Ragu. What do you think?
Yeah, Yarborough, Montez, that was a head scratcher for me when they went and got him, before the break to add him to the rotation, which I don't know why, but, Boone, I'm not a fan of. Obviously, we've had many discussions about him during the shows and whatnot. But if it takes the Yankees to lose, the red-hot Yanks that start out like on fire and then they start falling from graces, and if it takes something like that to get rid of Boone, so be it. But the only exciting thing about watching the Yankees now is, watching Judge possibly, crack that 61 mark to get the all-time lead for the American League side. He's fun to watch. But Yarborough, it would have to be a first 5 look for me with the Rays, which, the Rays are streaking right now, and they're hot. I think they've got the highest OPS versus when I went back and checked the stat, they have the highest OPS the last 2 weeks. So they're swinging good bats. They're playing good. And even when they were playing bad, they kind of didn't fall too far down. They kind of held their, head above water, so to speak, coming back and forth. So now the ebbs and flows are going the Rays' way. And like we said before with the Toronto situation in Tampa, it's going to get real interesting up there. And I like the Rays today, too. I'm going to take Rays first 5. You're muted.
I keep fucking this up. That's 2 in a row today. Come on, Jose. Tampa Bay money line plus 105 for me. I don't love Ryan Yarbrough. Most people know this. I fucking can't stand you, Ryan Yarbrough. But I'm gonna keep fading the Yankees here. My hate for the Yankees is just superseded by my hate for Ryan Yarbrough. So we'll see how that goes. Mets versus the Nationals minus 300. No thanks. I won't take it. Hello, stranger in the background. I'll take it. Hello. Oh, God. See, I love this. This is the live interaction we love from the show. This is a lovely time. I had nothing on this game, Ragu. Obviously, if I'm picking a side, it's the Nationals. I was almost to the Nationals yesterday. I was going to take the Nationals first 5 plus 2, and I fucking take it. So shout out to the Nationals. Shout out to Patrick Corbin. The Mets' issues with lefties has continued, and we need to keep an eye on that going forward, especially in the playoffs, too. That might be an issue, especially against the Dodgers when they have Tyler Anderson and Julio Urias and Clayton Kershaw. So that'll be an issue for sure. But I'm passing here. Mets are nothing for me. Or sorry, Nationals nothing.
That's your minus 300, right? Is that what that is now? Yeah. So that's an auto play for you. But I would look. The only look I would have here is because usually when Carrasco's on the bump for the Mets, they score runs, and they score them early and late. So my look would be a team total over for the Mets. It's probably like 5.5. I'm not looking at it, but I'm going to guess it's probably 5.5, something like that, which is high. But I like backing the Mets when Carrasco's on the bump, but not at 300. So I'll do it the other way. I'll take my shot with the team total over, maybe, and maybe it's going to be tough for the Nats to score more than 6 runs, but then you're looking at an over here. So I would almost have to correlate that with an over and Carrasco. So maybe I'll cheer you on. Let's do this. So I'm going to split my bets. I'm going to take the full game over, and I'm going to take the Mets team total over also.
Beautiful. Look at that little over as well. Mets team total for the big Ragu. By the way, Ragu, people loving this background. People loving this background. They're loving everything about it. Maybe you just need to do the show from there more often. They just stay outside, enjoy the beach views.
Well, there's a story about this because a friend of mine owns this hotel, and he just sold it. We're supposed to close at the end of the month, and now they delayed the closing. So I said, well, at least I got a couple more months to come hang out with you. So I'll probably be back here in 2 weeks. So let's plan on doing a show 2 weeks Sunday over here again.
Beautiful. Yes, let's definitely do so. Love the views. Cannot wait for that. Minnesota Twins, Chicago White Sox. One of the things I got very right yesterday, Dylan Cease, domination, 8 2/3, no hit ball, gives it up at the very end. I honestly, if I had to pick a side here, I'm picking the Minnesota Twins here because I just believed in Dylan Cease. I don't believe in Lucas Giolito. Plus money is pretty good as well with him. So I would lean that way. And let's double check against righties, the Chicago White Sox in the last couple of weeks have been hot. 6th, 118 weighted runs created plus. So I don't think I'm going to get there to the window. I guess, lean towards an over after that data because I don't trust Lucas Giolito to dominate here. But probably an over here for me. What about you here, Ragu?
Yeah, I like the overlook with that. The White Sox, like you said, they're like top 5-6 OPS on against righties right now, and Minnesota, they kind of fell off just a little bit, but they're still they're going to get their spots. I think the rest of the way out, it's going to probably be one of those teams. The White Sox, I think they're probably going to move forward. Cleveland, who knows what's going to happen there? But I think the Twins are second. I think the White Sox are at the top of the league right now. Are they ahead of the division? No, it's Cleveland, right? So Cleveland,
yeah,
and then you got Cleveland, Twins, and then the White Sox. So I think the White Sox. I don't know if they have a shot. You think the White Sox have a shot to get a wild card?
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So, I mean, it's not going to have any bearing on this game, but I think we'll see runs here. I think both teams are hitting righties pretty decently. I think the White Sox are a little bit better right now going forward. So I would look towards maybe an over for an early first 5 over in this game.
Well, see, I'm on the full. I like the full game over as well. So we're correlating there. I'm not going to make it official, but I'm glad that we are mixing it up. Having these correlated plays. It's a good sign. It's a good sign to say the least. Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals here on the slate, and we are burning through these games at a torrid pace. This is a great job by us. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hit the like button while you guys are here. Shout out to my man, Big Ragu, for joining us. Like I mentioned, Cubs, Cardinals, Marcus Stroman coming off a great start and good start by his standards, I should say, because we called it on Toronto, first 5 under there, pitching back there, all that whole thing got his juices flowing. Wouldn't be surprised if we got another under here because we all know that he has ridiculous home road splits, but I am not going against the St. Louis Cardinals. The St. Louis Cardinals have been one of the best teams in baseball in the last month. They're super hot. I ultimately passed. They've got 2 NL MVPs on their side. They're second in the weighted runs created plus against righties right now. So I'm not going against the Cardinals. If I had to play something here, I think I'd play a Cardinals team total. But I'm ultimately passing on this game. Miles Michaelis is a little bit too on-off for me to bet on.
Yeah, the Cardinals are actually smashing lefties, but they are still hitting righties pretty darn good. And I think, this is your classic, central matchup here. But with the Cardinals being as hot as they've been lately, that's a team I don't usually like to bet with or against. But, I mean, if you ask me who I would probably back in this spot, I would definitely look to the Cardinals here. Stroman, he's really up and down. You never know what you're going to get with him. I think he pitches better than what his record indicates, in spots, but the Cardinals are just on fire right now. So I would have to maybe look at the Cardinals. And a lot of one-run games, even though they score a ton of runs, when they have those division matchups. So maybe I wouldn't even say lay like the 1.5 with them. I have to back the Cardinals. Maybe a first 5 under in this spot too.
I don't hate the Cardinals looks. JPZ saying Cardinals team total over 4.5 at +110. That's nice. Hits, we're just calling you hits. Cardinals +1.5 and Goldie hits safe parlay -118. I thank you for the birthday shout out as well, my man. Moose Money asking, is there rain expected in this game? Let's pull up Swish Analytics real quick. I will say we thought that game the other day. I think it was A's someone. We thought all thought that game was not going to get played, and it somehow got played, even though it was in red. And RotoWire, I'm not. It's 13% chance of rain, so it looks like we are okay. Moose Money looks like we are all right now. The only game that is possibly rained out is this next game, Seattle, Cleveland. We won't talk much about it since they might get rained out. George Kirby, Cal Quantrill, pass. I like the Guardians at plus money, though, with Cal Quantrill on the bump. So I would lean that way for sure if I had to play a side. Ragu, anything on this potential rainout?
Well, the M's are playing pretty good baseball right now, and so is in Cleveland. So this is you're probably looking at the two division winners here, going forward, and you might see these guys hook up in the playoffs at some point in time. So this is probably going to be an interesting look if the game gets off. I think Quantrill has a lot of experience versus the M's. A lot of the guys in their current lineup. So I would probably say I would probably stay with the M's because they're playing really, really well right now. So I would probably look at if I get, let's see, what's the number on this game? Seattle's -130. I mean, Cleveland's nice at a plus price too, but the M's, like I say, I don't like laying that. So I would probably maybe look for a first 5 under here also if the game goes. Both decent pitchers, not a lot of looks both ways. So I think we'll get through the lineup maybe 3 times without a lot of damage.
Beautiful. So thank you for that. Look, Ragu. By the way, Lance Rose saying a little solid under in Cleveland. And Moose Money also saying likes the full game under 7.5.
Yeah, well, I like it. Like I said, I've said this before. When I see like 7.5, I like to get involved with the first 5 unders with the quality starts. And sometimes they're head scratchers because you see 2 really shitty pitchers, and then that's usually when the bats are a lot worse than the pitching is.
Yeah, I remember a couple of days ago that same thing happening as well. We all thought over, and then under with 2 shitty pitchers and 2 shitty lineups. Yeah, consensus under right now. A little Mr. Always Profit likes the first 5 under here as well. Robert Franklin leaning with Cleveland, Quantrill on the mound. I think they've won 9 in a row. He started pretty good, that Quantrill. I like him a lot.
Yeah, Quantrill's had a good season.
Let's move on to a battle of lefties. We've got Phillies Giants. Carlos Rodon, man. What an interesting pitcher he is. He seems to, every time he goes out there, just dominates, but no one wants him. I never feel comfortable backing him. I have not backed him many times this season. Oracle, pitcher-friendly park, obviously, but I don't know how much that will help him. The Phillies offense against lefties, 7th, 135 weighted runs created plus this last 3 weeks, while the Giants are 19th right now. So obviously I'm leaning towards the Rangers, Suarez, and the Phillies here, which is kind of shocking to say. But like I said, Carlos Rodon is a good enough pitcher from do I really want to make this play? And we'll see what happens. I ultimately haven't moved on yet. Don't think I will, as Snoring Helga is joining us as well. But ultimately, I had nothing on this game.
I like the Phillies bats. I've liked them all year, even with Harper being out of the lineup. They're a team that likes to score runs. They're very capable of scoring runs. Maybe not have the best bullpen all year long, but their bats have been pretty consistent. Even and when they get Harper back, if they're able to sneak in somehow, this is a team that can make some noise because they can score. they'll probably get in the if they get in the first wild card round. I look them to win that, and but I, and they've had some success against Rodon. You know, a little bit of success. You know, if you go look through the lineup, they've been pretty decent against them. So usually I'm looking at Rodon on K props and stuff like that. It's probably, I'm going to say it's probably pretty good. Maybe like 7, 8, 8.5. Maybe look to an under there possibly. And then if Rodon is not on, you know, he maybe gets 4 or 5 innings tops, and then Phillies. Then they get into the bullpen. San Fran's been struggling a little bit, so I think I like Phillies here at the team over team at a small plus.
What number did you get that at? Like 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, no, I like that look. I don't trust Rodon. First 5 under here, another look for Mr. Always Profit. I don't trust him, and that's why I stayed off. I do kind of like Ranger Suarez is growing on me a little bit. And Lance LaRose mentioning a good point. Giants are going for a sweep here, so Phillies want this game bad.
Yeah.
Bad. We'll see if they actually get it. Houston, Los Angeles Angels, next game on our slate. Houston, just a better team. Minus 165 makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you to Otani and Luis Garcia for that first 5 under yesterday. Played out perfectly. Tucker Davidson, not a guy I'm backing yet. And the Astros against lefties, playing better. Pitching, playing, and hitting better. They have not been the smashers that they have been, but they're 10th right now, 122 weighted runs created plus in the last 3 weeks. So I ultimately do not trust the Tucker Davidson experience to give me my money here. So another pass.
I look to the Astros on the run line here. That's the only look I came up with this game here. I mean, like you said, they are hitting lefties a little better, and I think it's a good spot. It's a good spot for you, Queenie. They're kind of anemic lineup. I think they win by margin like 6-3, something like that.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you wholeheartedly there. By the way, Moneyline Mills on the Philadelphia Moneyline as well. So shout out to Moneyline Mills for watching us. 2 more games on our slate, and I'll admit, not good ones. It's a bad card today. I'm just bad card, I guess. The travel days obviously do not help. But Jason Alexander and Zach Gallen on our bump here. I wish this line was a little shorter, man. I successfully faded Corbin Burns yesterday. It was great. And today I wanted to back Zach Gallen here, but minus 165 is just too rich for my blood here. I look at a first 5 minus a half, and it's at minus 120, and I still don't love that, I'll be honest here. But it's a Diamondback spot. The Snakes have been hot. Keep riding the Snakes. That's what I've been doing right now. So a Diamondback spot here for me, Ragu. If you're betting this game, how are you doing so?
Yeah, I'm probably going to pass on it. Even though, like you said, the Snakes are playing pretty well right now. I think maybe look towards an under here because they haven't seen a whole lot of Alexander here, and then at the same time, Gallen's pretty darn good. So, and sometimes we know with the Brewers bats they can go ice cold, and we'll see if Alexander can hold them down. So I would look towards the first 5 under here.
Lovely. First 5 under here. And look at this, Ragu. We pull up to our last game of the card, Dodgers Padres. 35 minutes into the show for a 15-game card. A lot of passes. But I'll tell you this. We need to make money, and we won't make money forcing bets. And that's what we're going to keep doing on the show. So, first of all, thank you, Ragu, for joining me, especially on this lovely vacation that you're on. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that your insights are here as well because it's always great. Padres, Dodgers. Padres smacked the shit out of the Dodgers, or the Dodgers smacked the shit out of the Padres yesterday. After I said, I was like, I should be on the run line here. Minus 110 seems so easy, et cetera, et cetera. It looks like a trap. But no, it just turns out the Dodgers are just better. And I kind of expect it to be another Dodgers smack spot here again. I saw someone saying it was Lance LaRose leaning over here. I'd probably lean that way as well and a Dodgers run line. But I have not made nothing official here. We've got a little Caleb Ferguson action for the Dodgers. But it's one of those things where I don't think it really matters. I really don't think it matters. I think their offense for the Dodgers is just too good and gets to let Clevenger and the company But I'm passing as of right now here, Ragoo. What about you?
Yeah, I didn't get to the window with this game yet either, but I mean, Dodgers are almost at a plus 300 run differential, which is friggin' insane, and they're flirting with a 700 win percentage. I mean, it's really sick what these guys are doing out in LA. But this is a no love lost rivalry here. These two teams hate each other, and I think every time the Dodgers get an opportunity to open up a can of whoop ass and put it on the Padres, they do. And I think we're probably looking at another spot here too. I would look probably towards not even a run line, just a team total, small team total play on the Dodgers to score runs up on Clevenger and get to that bullpen, which the Padres bullpen hasn't worked out since they made that trade for Hyder. So,
Nope.
We'll see. I mean, going forward, it's going to get real sticky for San Diego. But like I say, ebbs and flows, and they started out, those first couple games, and it's kind of been rocky since. But we'll see. It's either Dodgers or pass here. There's no question about it.
I think I'm going to jump on the Dodgers train. I'm going to jump on the -1.5 here at +125. I just think the Dodgers.
That's a good look too.
It's just one of those spots where the Padres get their big win against them. They're confident, whatever, and the Dodgers come back again, smack them in the mouth once, and I think they'll come back, smack them in the mouth again. Clevenger's numbers against the Dodgers aren't good. Shout out to Robert Franklin, 381 average with a 1 OPS, not good. So I will take that -1.5, and let's keep it rolling here. So I only have 3 plays on today's card, and I'm kind of so glad that I have 3 and not none, because I definitely thought it would only be a short card day today. I'll go over mine first real quick, and then Raghu, I'll pass the ball to you so you can plug your shit and give your plays. I am on Texas Baltimore over at 9.5 at -115. I'm on Tampa Bay money line at +105, excuse me, and the Dodgers -1.5 at +125 for me. A short 3-game card here to celebrate the birthday. Raghu, what are you on today?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get on the Reds over full game. With the total with Colorado. I'm gonna get on the Philly team total over. I'm going to probably get on the Dodgers team total over. Let me see here, because I'm going back through my computer plays. I'm going to be on Lopez on the first 5 money line, with the Marlins. Just bear with me, my friend. Let's see. And I'm going to be on the Mets team total. I'm going to be on the Mets. I'm splitting that bet with the Mets team total over and the full game over.
Beautiful. Yes, I am excited.
And the Rays.
Yes. Keep fading.
First five Rays.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, I don't love Ryan Yarbrough, but I'm trusting him today. That slow pitching bastard. All right, what a great show, Raghu. Again, I love the beach vibes you got going on here. It's great. The palm trees, the blue sky. It's lovely. I can't wait. I'm still a shell of myself, but it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I'm doing, Raghu, for my birthday. I'm doing something I've never done before. I'm doing the birthday at a baseball game thing. So I rented out this whole thing at a minor league game, and it's actually now a doubleheader. Yesterday's game got rained out, so we're going to a doubleheader today, a little minor league action to celebrate the birthday. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Who's the team you go see? Is it San Antonio?
Yeah, the San Antonio Missions. They've been back and forth between the Padres and the Brewers affiliate. Okay. Right now, they're the Padres affiliate, but luckily, it's already lined up. Raghu, people might not know this, but I have a friend that's in the Astros system. He's in their AA right now. He plays on and off for him. There was a guy that got a blister earlier in the series. So now he's playing, and of course, they're playing the San Antonio team. So it's just working out that I go get to see my friend.
That's cool. Play, I miss the Astros because they used to play in Kissimmee, which is that's the closest park to where I live. I'm probably about an hour north of there, but there's a ton on the West Coast and like down you get Tampa area. There's a lot of spring training up there, and then there's a jumbo shrimp up in Jacksonville for the Marlins.
Love the jumbo shrimp.
That's a great name too. I mean, that's what's fun about these minor league clubs. They got the cool hats and the funny names, so we always try to rock those. I don't have a lot of minor league caps, but I love going to the minor league game. Matter of fact, over here Daytona Beach, they've got the Cubs, the AA Cubs, the Tortugas over here.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one too. I love that. I love it. Yeah, minor league baseball is the best. It's a whole lot of fun, and I cannot wait for it. Thanks everyone for watching the gas station report live from Mexico. Love that. Surprised you got enough Wi-Fi to watch here at gas station, but I love it. Love it. Thank you guys all for watching. Robert Franklin, Mr. Always Prophet, Lance LaRose, Brian Watson, all you guys not applicable, Rants, AOD, Johnny Guns, Ron Walsack. Thank you guys all for the birthday wishes. AOD also reminding me of the UTSA game, so I'm going to mentally just ignore that, move on with my day, and not get bummed out by that again. Mr. Always Prophet, Mr. MDR, Moneyline Mills, all you guys, thank you guys. Andrew G, it's been great. Moose Money, by the way, Moose Money, who swept the board yesterday with me
Nice.
on the Say Hey plays, not a big deal. Shout out to Moose. Hits, Bo Jackson, Damon Santori, all you guys, Banana and Grapes. It's been a whole lot of fun. Ragu, where can the people find you at next?
Well, they're going to find me every Saturday doing the college football show on Pub right here, 10 to noon. And then, I don't know if I'm supposed to go on with Jimmy sooner than later, but I'll be on with Jimmy. I'll tweet that out, and then hopefully I'll be back with you within the next couple weeks. And then you can find me Wednesday nights with DJ Big Boss on the Who Bangin' channel. We cover like 5-6 college games that we pick out, usually Mountain West and some SEC stuff and a couple in between. So that's on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Eastern time. And then I'll probably pop on with some of the live stuff that you guys got going on, look-ins and stuff like that in football, college football with Dabby and Connor.
Yep, the live streams went great. I'm sure yesterday's went great with the Notre Dame game. I didn't watch a second of that Notre Dame game. I was still fucking crestfallen from UTSA. So next week will be my first official week of college football as UTSA is on the road.
You shake the cobwebs out and get back in Jose mode.
Yes, the only thing that's been keeping my head above water is these baseball picks. Thankfully, if I had a bad day yesterday, baseball wise, it would have been a dark morning for me. But we're feeling good. We're having a good day. It's the birthday, so we're going to have a great day. No matter.
I'm spreading the sunshine right back to you, brother, right through the screen.
I need it, and I need it. My pasty ass needs it, Ragu. My pasty ass needs it. Thanks, everyone, for watching. It's been a great show. Paco, thank you for the birthday wishes as well, my man. It's going to be a whole lot of fun doing this shit, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Be back here tomorrow for a Monday edition of Say Hey Plays. Am I going to be hungover? Who knows? Do I have a guest for tomorrow? Not yet, but we're going to have a whole lot of fun regardless of it. Thanks, everyone, for watching Say Hey on social media. Until then, we'll see you guys.